All right, welcome back to my channel, True Crime Fans. I'm your host, Tim Solberg, and today is Friday, and I'm assuming that everybody that's watching my channel had a hard week work or took some vacation for the summertime, but you're kicked back, you're looking for some entertainment on YouTube, and you've got your popcorn or your drink in hand. So today, I want to ask you folks a little bit, and I want to solicit you folks for some feedback to leave a comment down below and hit that subscribe button as we are growing. I want to ask you, why do people do what they do? And I know that is a tough question to answer. Over this past couple of months, we've seen some crazy cases like Bryan Kohberger. We've seen Richard Allen. We've seen Taylor Schabusiness. We've seen Rex Heuermann come across, right? And now we are seeing the case of Tyler Eubanks, who is a 15-year-old teen that was murdered in Decatur, Illinois this past weekend by two 15-year-old peers that lured him into a house, stabbed him, and left him for dead. Now, the authorities at 11:30 this past Sunday did a welfare check, and that's where they found Tyler's body. Now, the investigation is still ongoing, and I'm sure we're going to find a lot of details about this case in the next couple of weeks, months, and even years. And we're going to see probably some feedback on the case, but since they're juveniles, unless they're tried as adults, we might not get a lot of information. Okay? The question that I have for you folks is, what drives teenagers to do what they do? And even more, what drives some of these people that I've named in this video to execute on a crime that is so heinous that 99% of the population wouldn't even imagine doing? And that is the crime of murder. Why do you think they do what they do? Is it because some think that they might be smarter than others, like Bryan Kohberger? Is it some that, might have let things get out of control, like Taylor Schabusiness and the BDSM? Is it Rex Heuermann that may not have any respect or has a thrill for killing? Right? Keep in mind, Kohberger and Heuermann have not been found guilty, so maybe they didn't do it. Right? The evidence is pointing their way. And then why did Richard Allen do what he did? There's some confessions that come behind that. Right? Told his mom, told his wife. Will that be admitted into court, and will he be found guilty? Will these two kids that executed Tyler, are they going to be found guilty when they go to court? And when we really peel back this case, are we going to be asking the same questions that we've been asking for the last couple of years around all of these cases? Why do these things happen? And I want to hear from you. I'm curious. And I've asked some of my personal friends, and some of them say, hey, it's parenting. Some of them say that could have been growing up in a broken home. Some talk about wealth and privilege, and some talk about just people being narcissists. I'm curious to hear from you and your life experience. Why do you think that people are motivated to murder and kill? And more importantly, for this case specifically, the case in Decatur, Illinois, why would two teenagers want to lure another teenager out to kill them? Is it because of fantasy? Is it because they're not developed yet and they were angry with Tyler and they wanted to punish Tyler? Right? Did they do this for fun? Was it a case of bullying? We just don't know yet. And I'm curious if we're ever going to know, especially if it stays in juvenile courts, if this is something that doesn't come forward and they don't get tried as adults. Are we going to know what really drove them to murder Tyler? Or is it going to come across as an accident, right? These are all things that I'm really genuinely curious about. And these are things that I'm curious about when I go into reading stories and watching interrogations and things like that, because I do think it's interesting that people do feel compelled to commit murder or commit some of the crimes that you've seen on my channel. And why do people go missing, right? So a lot of questions that I've asked you for a Friday. I wanted to get your creative juices going, so take that couple of seconds just to leave me a comment down below. And also, if you could just give some feedback on some of the prior videos, how can we make some of those videos better? What would be more entertaining for you? Would you like more opinion versus more facts? Would you like more facts versus opinion? Would you like to see more pictures? Things like that. We really want to continue to grow the channel. I put a lot of effort and work into editing the videos, and I want to make sure that I am reaching out to you folks who are watching my videos and making it more pleasurable for you. So on that note, hit that subscribe button down below. Leave that feedback down below. Let's continue to grow this channel. I appreciate everything that you folks do by coming in, watching my videos, and for some of you providing some really great feedback. On that note, I hope everybody has a great weekend,